First of all, I'd like to invite our symbol of 3D platform, 3D Experience platform, our Executive Vice President and the Chief Strategy Officer, Ms. Monica Menghini.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. And especially welcome again to the 3D Experience Forum 2015 here in Japan. But let me tell you that it's a fantastic pleasure again to be here and to continue the discussion that we are having since now 3 to 4 years about the 3D experience, the new journey that Dassault Systèmes is inviting you actually to have with us. And welcome to the age of experience. An age where experiences are the new economic offering, where products are no longer enough, where consumers want and buy experiences. An age where experiences are the new innovation. So the key point that you have had in the last years, and everywhere I go in the world, it is keep on coming, it is how do we make experiences. I will therefore use my speaking time today to tell you a little bit more, to give you some hints on what at Dassault Systèmes we call experience thinking, a framework for innovation. And let me start by the word innovation, because I think that this word, it is the most abused of all in our business vocabulary everywhere in the world. Every single government, every single company, every single politician in the world speaks about innovation. I've been through the Abe-san program for Japan. And apart from the monetary policy, the fiscal policy, he has dedicated more than 120 pages to the revitalization of the Japanese industry. And what I've noticed is that he has written 40 times the word innovation. That is very interesting because it is not different from what I've seen, and I keep on seeing everywhere in the world. Innovation seems to be the miracle word that it is used by all governments worldwide in order to stimulate the executive of all the industries to start again growing and therefore inventing new ways of innovating. However, what I've noticed as well is that no one has a recipe. They all speak about we need to resume innovation, we need to revitalize the industry through innovation, we have to increase the pace of the innovation in our industries. But what is the recipe of the innovation? How do we innovate? What is the new meaning of innovation in 2015? Today, I would like to show you what in Europe is happening, because every single platform, I would say regional platform, is taking the same subject and is trying to have the recipe for innovation. In the European 2020 growth strategy, something very clear came out. Through a board, a commission that was formed by entrepreneurs, by academics, by politicians, and by economists, actually, it came out a very interesting study that actually said that technology-driven innovation has been the main reason why we had the major economic growth in the past 50 years, and that today all the signs are in red. Those industries that continues to rely on technological innovation in order to revitalize the GDP growth of their country or increase the revenues of their company, it is not the way that is a sustainable way. In Europe, they are talking about design-driven innovation, and they are betting on the fact that that will be the new growth remedy. Let me go through what does it mean, design-driven innovation. Design is a strange word. However, does not mean drawing, does not mean styling. Design derives from Latin, and it is a verb that it means designare. Designate something, even in English, means give a meaning, a new meaning to something. So design, it is not intended as the discipline that is applied by a designer to do aesthetics on a product. So it is not meant to be designer styling, but rather the design thinking that is something not new even. It is more than 20 years that everyone is speaking about design thinking. And it is a methodology that it actually is differently applied everywhere in the world by the different industries. Is using design at least as a process in the context of the development of our product or services, and even better, design as a strategy, which is a frame of mind. It is a way of doing disruptive thinking. This latter is the results of a European study. And what it is incredible is that in Europe, despite 20 years of design thinking, probably one of the countries of the regions that actually is coming, where I'm coming from, Italy, that are reputed for design, not even there is just 25% of the company worldwide that are using design as a strategy. What does it mean, design as a strategy? Design as a strategy, as the majority of you, I'm sure, knows, that it is the moment when a few years ago, or almost a decade, we started understanding that designing a product based on requirements, based on simple consumer insight, my customer wants this, therefore I develop that, became a little bit more mature, and we started thinking in terms of product experience design. We started from designing what would be the experience that my customer or consumer is going to have in the ultimate instance, and to do reverse engineering, therefore, on what it should be the product. That is no more the way of doing, simply because customers and consumers are so much used to have product experiences that the majority of the success that we see worldwide in every single industry has not been designed by simply thinking in terms of product experience design. But all the major success in all the industry, from intangible goods like services to very pragmatic and tangible goods, have been driven by a thinking that is an holistic experience thinking. So what I'm saying is actually that we are shifting very, very fast now everywhere in the world from what was known as design thinking as what we call experience thinking. And this experience thinking, it is embracing much more than the product, because as Kajiya-san was remembering us, the products are no longer enough, and this is not just a claim, a motto of a mantra that I want to keep in your mind. It is the reality of the fact everywhere in the world. I was just a few weeks ago in Korea, in the forum, in the customer forum, and I had the honor actually to have a moment of personal speaking with a new minister that has been appointed by the president of Korea for the creative economy. A minister of creative economy. Why so? Because Korea, as Japan, as every country, it is asking himself, actually, how am I going to innovate? How I can transform my industry that is based on technological-driven innovation into new type of innovation that do not rely anymore on the technological advancement. Product breakthrough are no more viable, because even when successful, it's going to last very few time. The technology today permits every one of our competitors in the world to copycat what we do immediately. So it is not sustainable in the long term. We are no more in the Industrial Revolution, where something was innovated and was lasting for decades, making the difference between me and my competitor. So the creative economy in Korea, they are actually studying what? They are studying entertainment industry. They are studying the gaming industry. They are studying the tourism industry. They are studying all those industries that are actually coping since the beginning of the industry with something that is not a physical product, with something that is delivering experiences rather than technological-driven type of products. That is the whole point that I wanted to have with you today, because the experience thinking, actually, it is based on this. It is based on the fact that the product, it is one of the axes that needs to be taken into consideration by a company when thinking in terms of innovation. How do I innovate? It is no more just a matter of the product. It is the matter of every single step that is going to have an impact with my consumers. I don't want to repeat again the usual examples. Think Apple. Think Procter & Gamble with Wiffer. Think Starbucks. They didn't start from product. They did start from the overall experience that they wanted to bring to the market. And this experience touches every single step of the consumer journey. It is a different thinking in order to let the consumer aware of something new. It is a different experience that they are looking for when they do buy. It is a different experience for sure that they do expect on the product side as well. But even if your product does have no superiority versus that of competitors, you can be a champion and even create new categories without even spending money in product technology. That is the lesson that are coming from the world. And this is actually the most important aspect that we took into consideration when we started designing our innovation platform, the 3D Experience platform. We have been listening to customers everywhere. We have been witnessing to major challenge everywhere in the industry worldwide. And we did understand that time was come not more for just providing information technology platform, but platform that were capable actually to gather eclectic tribes of thinkers coming from design, coming from engineering, coming even from the financial department of our companies to work together, because ideas come from everywhere. And innovation lies the less and less into product technological-driven development and much more into the major effort that needs to be done into the go-to-market. So the economists, and this is not just Europe, as I told you, actually, it's happening in Korea, it is happening in China, it is happening in US. The new innovation challenge does not lie anymore into simply designing a new product, but it lies the more and more into creating the experience journey that is going to have an impact with your consumer. I think that I could have brought to you, as any year, many different customer cases. But I think the best of all of the case that I could speak to you today, it is the Dassault Systèmes case. We have been awarded again and again with innovation awards because we do have a lot of innovative ideas. But let me tell you that actually what you have been witnessing in the last 3 years has been the direct results of the experience thinking that we have applied at Dassault Systèmes. We did it for ourselves. And we have used the methodology of experience thinking in order to rethink completely the impact that we were having in the market against our competitors and with you, customers. From the awareness experience, the type of question that we have asked ourselves that wanted to create an impact on which kind of challenges you have as a company, we have as people in the world, so the IFI campaign. The buying experience, transforming the product portfolio of Dassault Systèmes into an extremely well thought in terms of business value industry solution portfolio. The experience of the product, the reinvention and redesign of the 3D Experience platform. No more just a versioning of a platform. It is an innovation platform. And we have been the first. It is what has made Dassault Systèmes inventing the new category of what today the industry analysts worldwide are calling innovation platform. They have coined the terminology because of us. They've understood, thanks to the proposal of Dassault Systèmes, that IT platforms do not take any advantage anymore when put in the ambience or the environment of a client. The client, the customer, the industry of today need a different nature of platform. The 3DEXPERIENCE platform has been inspiring the creation of a new category that is called innovation platform. That is innovation to me. That is what, while applying experience thinking, we have been capable of doing at Dassault Systèmes in order to provide you an environment that is needed to go beyond the idea of innovating just on one axis of your business, that is your product. Innovation, it is not just the responsibility of the R&D. Innovation requires eclectic tribes that work together. The R&D alone cannot stand anymore the pace of innovation. We need to help as a company, and therefore the thinking must become broader. Let me conclude on the fact that, therefore, experience thinking, it is a framework for innovation. It is being applied to us. It is applied every single day by one of our customers in the world with incredible business results, thanks to the fact that the 3DEXPERIENCE platform has been designed for doing this, to help you applying experience thinking. And this is, therefore, the way of innovating as a business results. Let me go now to conclude this small short intervention, I hope, to the news of 2015. And let me start by something that I promised you 3 years ago. When 3 years ago we have been announcing the creation of 3DEXPERIENCE platform, I was making a lot of PowerPoint, actually, in order to explain what were the key aspects and advantages that you as a customer would have had by adopting the new 3DEXPERIENCE platform and the industry solution experiences portfolio. The novelty of the 2015, it is something that I promised you 3 years ago, and I was explaining to you by saying platforms are fantastic, but the point is that more or less they all say to be open. But in the reality, the openness of a platform depends from the legacy of the client. And no one in this world actually can estimate, can forecast how many connectors you would need to be open in the real sense. And the thinking at Dassault Systèmes, it was exactly the opposite. What we said is that we don't care about the openness of the platform, and we want the platform to be inclusive. And the inclusiveness of the platform was meaning for us that there were no limits. We don't want you to throw away what you have in your company, whether you have a competitor CAD, whether you have a competitor PDM or PLM, but you wish to start using the 3DEXPERIENCE platform and start the new era of business in the age of experience, you have the solution. It is in the release 2015X, called Power by Capabilities. You can use and continue to use your CATIA V5, your SolidWorks, or even PTC type of CAD, and actually having sourced immediately through the platform, you can edit and share within the platform exactly as you would do with your current system. Let me show you a video on this. So welcome again in the age of experience. Powered by capabilities, doesn't matter which legacy do we have in our company. We can continue doing what we are doing today, but we can adopt at the same time the only platform that has been designed really to help you going through the experience thinking and therefore delivering experiences to your customer. It is so true that it changed my life as well. Imagine how many acquisitions we have been doing in the last year at Dassault Systèmes to augment the capacity of serving 12 industries from mechanical to science-based industry like life science. And this is the reason why actually Powered by are extremely important as well for the integration of the portfolio of the acquired company. The new companies are today immediately available. Portfolio have immediately created. Let me give you an example on, for example, through the Acceleris acquisition, we have created a new life science portfolio that it is going to be implementing, if you want, the modeling, the simulation, and the scientific PLM process for a company designed to cure, made to cure for biopharma, or one lab for the collaboration of the scientists in the R&D of chemical companies. Powered by capabilities, the novelty of this year. I concluded my speech. I hope that the message came through. Let me invite now on stage Mr. Olivier Ribet, Vice President of High-Tech Industry for Dassault Systèmes, for a short speech about the platform in action. Thank you very much.
Grazie. Grazie Monica.